makes it
Corpse's
so
Bride.
pretty.
I like Corpse's Bride.
I like that. I like Corpse Bride better than I like The Nightmare Before Christmas, I think. And I love the songs. No. Listen, I love the songs of Christmas Before Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas, because that's like my childhood. But like the Corpse Bride was come back. But the Corpse Bride, I don't know. I like that story. I love that story. It's just a notch. Like Nightmare Before Christmas is like the introduction to like the animated Tim Burton. But Corpse Bride, I don't know. That storyline sticks with me a little bit more, personally. Now I did my due diligence because my nephew and my nieces both watch Nightmare Before Christmas a lot and know the songs and all of that. But I don't know. I really like Corpse Bride.
I almost don't want to talk to you no more.
You just said you like Corpse Bride. You just said
I liked it.
I knew you really liked Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Love. That is my life. That's me and my husband's movie. We dressed up like Jack and Sarah. That is it. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? The music, the storyline, is 1,000 times better than Nightmare Before Christmas. And you don't even, it's like Harry Potter, in that you don't know whether to play it in Halloween or Christmas, which are two completely opposite ends of holiday. One is freaking jolly, and the other one is death and Halloween. But somehow, Harry Potter and Nightmare Before Christmas are two movies that can easily represent both, and I can watch them in both seasons and be completely satisfied.
Freedom one, yeah, we've just begun. 3 words, 2 friends, 1 wish. Open your mind to a new perspective. Freedom one, we're just having fun, yeah. Loving life and everything it gives. No hate, only positive.
What's the name of his church? Dang, why can't I remember it? Elevation. John Gray is John Gray, the big black guy.
The one that had that issue with the woman with the cheating thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he wasn't cheating. He was entertaining.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That woman got up there. Oh, you spoke to the 12-year-old one, the one that didn't get a woman. I was like, oh, she went off. I ain't mad at it. Let him know.
His wife did that?
She went in. She was like, not my house. Which I have to say, like, they're just gonna naturally, that's a hard pill to swallow. Maybe that's a different discussion, that they naturally really do struggle with it. Like, there's some that don't ever, granted, but there's some that really do. Even the most biblical, most godliest of them all.
What, with the porns and stuff and the peoples?
Yeah, with women, sexuality, sexual immorality, thoughts and stuff. I mean, when I learned about David had the heart for God and everything. Literally, had a heart like God. And the way that they tested to see, because they wasn't sure if David was dead because he didn't come out of his room, they sent girls in his room. And when they realized he wasn't engaging with the women,
David? What are y'all talking about?
King David. In the Bible? Yeah. He was.
So what happened with him? You know, I don't know all the stories yet. I've been reading.
So with David, the story of Bathsheba, when he was looking out and saw a woman bathing, and then, took her, conceived with her, and then sent her husband to the front lines of the war so he can get killed. Yeah. It's the whole thing.
That's just like the man in the Iron Mask type shit.
Iron Mask? Why do I know this?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I feel like I remember remnants. I don't think I ever watched the whole thing. That wasn't that scary.
Exact thing. That's rude.
Oh, probably was where it came from. Yeah, it was very bad. But he was out here. He was out here fighting. That was his thing. That that was his affliction. Everybody got an affliction. Huh?
Flesh is so strong.
Bruh.
Let me get closer because yours is closer. There we go.
Well, I think the saying is actually the flesh is weak. That's how we give up to the flesh. I get what you're saying, but it's actually the opposite. Because I was like, yeah, it's strong, but it's actually really weak because we give into it easily.
Hey there, guys.
Whoa. All right. I'm supportive.
I mean,
I wasn't ready for that. Hold on, let me put it in.
Oh, damn it. Greetings.
And salutations.
I don't even want to rewind it. I want to keep it just like that. Fine. All right, guys, we are back with a Films to Fiction episode. This time, we will be discussing films, and in particular, we just couldn't pick one from this wonderful director because we are just in love with too much of what he does. So, Tim Burton. That is what we will be discussing today, the works of the Tim of the Burton.
Mm-hmm. The creepy Tim
Burton. Yes. And we, of course, will give our, obviously, guys, we kind of, this is another one where I feel like we're cheating because it's not a full review because at least when we usually do review stuff, so we throw up our traffic lights to say, initial thoughts, technicalities, and final thoughts. It's really, well, I guess we could kind of do that today. But obviously, we kind of love the guy. So it's like a cheat sheet. You already know where this is kind of going. Okay? So first, let's discuss it. Let's just go back into our memory lanes and IMDb, and discuss some Tim Burton. So we start from the beginning, from the old to the new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, our first introduction, I believe, would be.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's, our introduction to Tim Burton. Go.
I would say is Edward Scissorhands, or maybe no before that, because Edward Scissorhands came out 1990. So
yeah, that's our birth year.
Yeah, and Beetlejuice. Like I don't think I saw that before Edward Scissorhands. I think Edward Scissorhands was the first one that I've ever seen of a Tim Burton film. I lied.
Ma'am.
I lied.
Get your eyes together.
I know what my first introduction to Tim Burton, but at the time I didn't know it was Tim Burton. Not until a while after did I find out that it was actually Tim Burton. And I love them. And I am not ashamed to say that I love it. I love it. And I don't care who disagrees about it. I love Tim Burton's renditions of Batman. That
was my first intro. That was my first intro. I feel like it's a Tim Burton. It was straight up Batman. Now, I am a hardcore Batman's Begins fan. I love me some Christian Bale. The first, the second, Dark Knight Rises, life, honey, life. However, Batman, the Tim Burton ones,
bruh,
it gave me life. As a kid, man, it was so cool. Like, the main difference, I think, between the DC of the Batman Begins series and everything is they wanted to make sure they didn't make it too animated. With Christian Bale. They wanted to make it as realistic as possible. So I get it, and it was dope. However, it was grown up. However, that Batman series with Tim Burton, animated, is all get out. They said, throw on the costumes, throw on the makeup. As cartoonish and as comic bookish as humanly possible. And it was so cool. You got the Two-Face. Yo, it was just all the things you kind of imagine when you think about that kind of cartoon animated world. Two-Face, when he went home and his whole house was split into two. And one side was black and one was white. You had my Drew Barrymore, who I love, was an angel.
Yes.
Girlfriend, and he had like a devil girlfriend.
Jim Carrey as the Joker. Need I say anything else? And my underrated favorite as mother freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
I knew it.
That cracked me up every single time. I don't care what nobody says. That is the best thing
I
ever.
know. And oh my gosh,
Bruh.
me and my father decided to go with my brother to show him the previews
Bruh.
of the Tim Burton was. Oh gosh, it's so corny, but I don't care.
It is. It's like corny goodness.
That's my favorite one out of all of them. The one with Arnold
Which one?
Schwarzenegger and
Oh, Mr. Freeze? Okay.
and Uma Thurman as Poison
Ivy.
Ivy.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite ones out of all of them. And when he comes out, he's like, Mr. Freeze, here I am. Oh, Freeze. Like, he's just so
It's the greatest. It's the greatest.
bad.
I think my least favorite would probably be the first one. And that's only because
Who's the
freaking
bad guy in the first one?
Danny DeVito, Mr. Penguin.
Oh, come on.
Okay. The only reason why, because I
Because
love
he
Michael
freaked you
Keaton. I love Michael Keaton, but he scared me.
He freaked you out, isn't it? It's because the penguin freaked you out.
Me out. Freaked me out. And I low key think that's the reason why I count people's fingers and toes upon seeing them.
Are you serious?
If you got flip flops, I'm counting to make sure you only got 10 toes, bro.
You
No
got flip flops. I'm just looking to see how your feet look.
Yeah, you do that too.
I don't know why. I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. Not
I always wonder how people are so much more comfortable with feet than I am now, but
me too. Because for the longest I wasn't.
Yeah, I sometimes I'm like, I'm like, oh, I'm comfortable.
Baby
with
feet, I have no problem touching baby feet though.
It's
baby
definitely
feet?
baby feet, and I guess it's because my dad used to always make a big deal out of feet. Like he would be like, "Ooh, cute baby feet," and as I was older, he always acted like he was freaked out, like, you got your feet on me," and I don't know. It's childish. It's childish, but I do. I look to see how your toes is looking. If you're crusty, I'm gonna tell you you're crusty.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I actually really liked the penguin one. It was freaky, but in a good way. Like I'm weird like that. I like kind of like. There's some things that are just freak me out, but they stick with me. Like 13 Ghosts. I know.
Oh my
God. 13 Ghosts.
That movie? Don't make me go to that.
I'm sorry. Freaked me out. Oh, especially what's his name? Was it the Jacqueline? Jacqueline? Like
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. It was
the one
something
with
like
the cage over his head.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then when you have a DVD that lets you go to each ghost story, ooh, but I like it. It's weird. I like it though. Or like circus stuff. As freaky as circus stuff is, it sticks with me.
I don't like
I'm like, I like it. Or another honorable mention. Then we'll get back to Tim. Pan's Labyrinth. Freaked out, freaky movie.
I hate that movie.
But I get it. It was excellent. I'm sorry. It was excellent. It was freaky.
I hate it.
It was depressing. It was horrible, but it was also incredibly creative. And
well,
it was freaky. So I like the freaky little penguin dude. It was so gross the way they had like him eating the raw fish.
Oh! I did like
Catwoman. Mouth and stuff in his hands. And I'm like, oh, he was just somebody who was just left. He needed a mother and a father. And he was just nasty, and I loved it. I loved it. It had little bombs, little people. It was great. Who else was that? Because they usually do more than one bad guy.
Kim Basinger as Catwoman, which I loved.
She was who?
Kim Basinger? Basinger?
Kim Basinger?
Yes.
No, I thought Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, yes. No, she played Vicky Hale. My bad. Yeah.
Oh, so it was Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito was it was Catwoman and Penguin? That was in that movie?
So that was the second one.
Yeah, they always do at least 2 to 3, I think, bad guys per film.
Yes. So the second one was Penguin and
Catwoman?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes. She was dope. She was an excellent
Kim
Catwoman.
Basinger was just the reporter in the first one. I liked her in there because I used to think that first of all, she's bad. I always thought she was bad. Like, I don't know. She was just bad in that movie. So I loved her. And Jack Nicholson, he didn't scare me as much. So I'm down with the first one. But the second one with Penguin, I didn't like Penguin. But I love Catwoman.
Yes. I feel like the first one with Jack Nicholson, he did his thing, obviously. Everyone he did his thing. But he still wasn't he's not my favorite Joker. It's just like sorry.
Yeah.
He was animated just like, okay, whatever. So the first one for me can't go in the garbage.
Wait, who?
The first one can kind of go in the garbage.
No,
I said it.
It's Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton as Batman. That was the first one. He is Batman. He'll forever be my Batman. Bump Christian Bale. And I said that. And I believe it in my heart of hearts.
See, I tried to be on the same wavelength. Now I don't even want to be on the same wavelength as you.
Cool. Don't care. Don't care for Christian Bale.
Oh my God, are you serious? Christian Bale is amazing.
I can leave him, like, the movie itself is amazing, but I can actually leave Christian Bale. I feel nothing towards him. He doesn't make me feel anything. He's the most blandest Batman. I feel like he's just so... I said it. Yes, I did. I like everything but Christian Bale. And I love Christian Bale as an actor, don't get me wrong. Just not his portrayal of Batman. I said, I know I may have made you sad, but you hung up on me?
No, you froze right in the middle of your blasphemy. I said either my computer agrees with me or something. Because you froze right in the middle of your blasphemy.
I don't care. I don't care for Christian Bale. I said it. And maybe because I go so hard for the old Batmans that I couldn't open my heart to him.
Maybe that is it. Maybe that's it. We can blame it on that. Stupid.
It might be that. I don't care, but Michael Keaton is my Batman.
Did he do all of them, or he only did Batman?
No, there's a few. It was Michael Keaton, it was Val Kilmer, and George Clooney.
All in the same series. How did they do
that? I don't care, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It was like they kept coming back and a new Batman.
Yeah.
His YouTube.
And maybe that adds to it.
Huh?
I said to you.
Oh, I said there's a YouTube thing about videos about all the different Batmans. It's quite hilarious.
I love that. Like I forgot who it was. It was George Clooney. It got sillier throughout the time. Like Michael Keaton was by far the most serious one. Val Kilmer, he was the cutest, but well, not even the cutest because George Clooney. But
When the first one go down, Penguin and Catwoman was my thing. She is the best Catwoman. Yes, better than
yes.
We don't talk about that.
Michelle.
Then you got. Then I actually loved the Riddler and Two-Face. I thought that was dope. I love Jim Carrey, period. But him as the Riddler.
Hello? The best. Like, come on. You couldn't get somebody else to play that part. My God.
No.
He's just leaning. Just like,
he was so skinny.
Yes. It was just like.
It was like,
like, oh, and Uma Thurman.
And then, of course, our favorite. Huh?
Uma Thurman, like,
yes, she's Poison Ivy. She killed it with Bane and of course Mr. Freeze, and then Mr. Freeze's story when he went deep into the whole thing with his wife. I love Mr. Freeze. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
he had a black girlfriend. He had Vivica A. Fox as his girlfriend. Mm-hmm.
He did. Mm-hmm. He did with her little frozen self. Lies. Mm-hmm. Black people ain't about to be cold like that.
But yeah, I enjoy those movies a lot. Like, and I think because I'm attached to those. Huh?
Did Tim Burton do all of those though?
I believe so. Yes. Let me see. Let me make sure.
Well, kudos for whichever ones he did. If he didn't,
but
so yeah,
even if they didn't, they kind of carried the same kind of theme and look, feel. Yeah, throughout. I mean, the first one was by far the most serious.
My introduction.
Huh?
I'm sorry, say that again. I cut you off.
I said the first one by far was a little bit like the most serious of them all, and then it got sillier. And I like that because it's a comic book. I think it's silly. Don't get me wrong, like the other ones.
When they first delved in, that's what they did. Yeah. Like they didn't know how to hit it, and then I guess they decided silly was the way to go from there. Yeah,
and then Dark Knight and everything else got serious. It brought it to reality. This is what it would happen if it was really going down. So, yeah. So that's definitely our first introduction. And then Edward Scissorhands is just a good time. Like, I feel like that one blew up, and we were just a part of it. Like,
Edward Scissorhands is so weird. I don't even remember all the aspects. I saw it, but I don't remember all the aspects of it. I think I was about to watch it again just the other day. I didn't finish it yet, but it was so weird. But I remember, like, I remember those hands. I remember, yes, I remember him cutting everybody's hair, looking crazy. I remember, didn't he have, it was like a love interest in there?
Wyona, I think it's Wyona.
Winona. Is it Wyona or Winona? Winona Ryder? All right, I'm on my Wi-Fi only now.
All right, you're good now, yeah. It was like really bad. Like I'm kind of imagining like going over the recorder and like we can barely hear each other. Like, huh? What is that, huh?
Right.
So hopefully it worked out, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I say the next one, at least with Edward Scissorhands, you said it was just a good time.
It was a good time movie. It was like a when I think of the movie, I literally think about TNT showing Edward Scissorhands. And maybe that's where I always used to watch it, like TNT. Like it was just like a get your popcorn, eat your dinner, movies on. But like a teenage kind of like love interest kind of film. Like a good time, a good family movie. Not too dark, not too, I don't think there was any crazy parts in it. I don't think.
No, I think it's a happy, creepy movie. I remember those scissors being like, I loved him cutting the bushes. I loved him cutting people's hair. And I loved his hands reminded me of like grandma's old scissors, like those old scissors you can't buy in the store no more. Now you got the
big old metal,
with, like big metal ones with like the steel, like cast iron handles and stuff. That'd be like, like so I do like make some Edward Scissorhands. What was the next thing?
Beetlejuice actually came before it, but we of course didn't watch it in real time. So Beetlejuice.
You understand? I was freaked out about saying Beetlejuice's name the same way they do with Candyman and all that stuff. I would put it in those categories. Like,
yeah.
Beetlejuice creeped me out. I mean, the movie was great, but he creeped me all the way out. But he also made me laugh hard. So
yeah. And Michael Keaton not being so serious in the role is crazy too. Like that's Michael Keaton. That to get your head around that is kind of crazy too.
So yes, Beetlejuice was everything. I still sing. Okay, I believe you. Like I still randomly that song just pops all the way up in my head. Like he just creepy. I love his head, and that had me cracking all the way up. I love the two ghosts when they could do different things with their face. Like his movies are just so awesomely creepy. They're like the creepiest family-oriented films ever.
For real. And you know what I'd like to say as we go down these movies, he looks out for his people.
Yes.
Like an Adam Sandler kind of deal. Like Winona, of course, why can't I think of his name? Pirates of the Caribbean. What's his name? Edward Scissorhands. What's his name? What is this man's name? The fine Johnny Depp. And be using the same people, like, and I love that because you're looking out for your people and you know what they can deliver, and they deliver every time. Like they're
Adam
just as
Sandler, he always looking out for his people. Eddie Murphy, those groups who like, I'm making a movie and I need you in it. You in, you down? Yep. Like I love it.
His own wife.
His wife. I know they're divorced though, which sucks.
I didn't know they got divorced. Dang.
I love them together. Let me check it again.
I am upset. I ain't got nothing with it.
Please tell me it's wrong. Right? I believe they belong together.
Right? I don't even know that. Oh, they were together for 13 years. Are they separated?
They divorced long ago.
Dang. And they're so like perfectly weird together. Like I love her face.
They weren't even married long. Damn. But I do love her. I think they're awesome together. I think they should stay together forever and ever and ever.
All right, where were
I was saying a lot of the things that I have found in which like he permeated a lot of my childhood. And the good is in the best is creepiest way. I think he was my introduction to anything creepy, to be completely honest. and my fascination with it all. Like the way he took on, he's one of the first people, like his directorial style and his just style of film was always off the beaten path. Like everyone else wanted it to look pretty or light or fanciful and all this stuff. And he was just like, no, I'm gonna bring you in the deepest, darkest kind of
grimy
things, a new way to see the world. However, it's not necessarily bad. There's good in this world. There's light in this world. There's hope in this world. You know, it's very fascinating. Like, okay.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Brides, all of those things. Like he's always set me up for like the okie doke. Like, oh, this is a cartoon movie about 9. That one still messes me up.
I didn't finish 9. You all right, friend?
No, I'm not. Years later, I'm still not, because I'm still in that mindset. Like, oh, nothing real is going to happen, even though I know who I'm talking about. So I don't know why I don't think it's going to happen. And he does it so like grimy and eloquently. It's weird. Like even like when people die, it's hilarious, and it doesn't hurt as much. It's just shocking.
It's not as like, it don't hit you like Mufasa hit you. It'd be like, oh. But it's like, because his world is kind of like immersed in death and everything, and he makes you comfortable with the things that we're scared of. He makes you okay with the stuff you don't want to look at because it's too like you look at it, you're interested in it, you're like, tell me more,
or like creeped out that you actually enjoy it, because you're like, this is
you were creeped out that you actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I saw somebody there talking about the circus one time about that. Like people love the freak shows. They're fascinated with the humanity. It's like why everybody, you know, turns their neck in a car accident. It's not great, but it's something that you're interested in seeing because it's something you don't see. It's something that's not put out there all the time to be seen.
Yeah.
Another one that hit me that I'm shocked that he did, because I'm just finding out about this now, Mars Attack.
I knew it. I was going to bring it up. I literally was going to bring it up because I'm like, that's one of my favorite movies.
Oh my gosh. Mars Attack was everything. My father introduced me to a lot of
my
films.
mama.
Yep. My dad, your mom, they weirdos, bro. But they open to like all the art. Had me cracking up. That me and my dad's favorite parts of this day. It's not unusual
to be
like Joel. I can't. And it was so
I love when she dressed up. The what?
It was so creepy too.
It was so creepy. The heads being on the dogs, the reporter, Pierce Bronson.
The brain. Was that Martin Short? Was that him who was trying to get with
Martin Short?
And like they were trying to do the nasty, and then she ended up.
Who else was it? It's
everybody.
Who played the Jack Nicholson played the president?
Yes.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. Who was the one who got like the gun and stuff? He was ready to like whoop. Was it a black guy? Ready to whoop some alien?
It was a black man. I forgot his name, but I see his face.
Yes.
It
was so good.
He was bad about it.
About it. Oh boy, with his trying to get his grandma. And his grandma in her headphones with that music. That music killed the Martian.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Such a good movie. Jim Brown, he's a boxer.
Okay. Oh, that was so great.
Jack Black.
Oh,
Pam Grier. Like this was just Christina Applegate. It was just packed. Danny DeVito. Oh, such a good. Ray J. That's right. Ray J played the brother.
Oh.
And Brandon Hammond is the kid from Soul Food. He played the little brother.
I cannot.
That is hilarious. That's a good one. I love when he dressed up as the woman and he was walking across the
Oh my God.
When the brain started to blow up with the music.
That walk?
Yes.
Oh, Mars Attack was, the brain started, ew. It was such a good movie.
It was such a good movie. So, like, it was just in your face, like, this isn't happening. And that's really what his movie speaks. I mean, this isn't happening. But it so is. It really is happening right there and then.
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
He creates, like, he's definitely one that creates a whole world, but a whole world unlike anything else. Like, nobody's touching that.
Right. Tree was like home or like the gateway to the hell. Oh my gosh. It was awesome. It was awesome. Because I think I also have a thing for like some detective stories. It was like the dark Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. And like when you think of Sleepy Hollow, it's been done, but he did it like he just.
Yes. And the show was actually really good. I'm sad they got canceled it, but it was excellent. They had a lot. They had a whole show.
Yeah, I was like, I think I saw a few
black girl
episodes.
and a white guy, and he was like, it was they dropped a lot of historical facts, which was dope. It was like Blackish for like American historic.
Okay.
They would drop like nuggets and facts that was like, this is why this makes sense. This is why, and they would mix it in with the folklore of Sleepy Hollow. It was dope.
Yeah.
Like, the movie was dope. I don't care what you say. It was dope. It was a good creepy movie.
All I'm gonna say is real creepy. Like I believe in it, but some of them I just get too creeped out. I'm like, no, I can't do it.
And since you mentioned it, Sweeney Todd.
I'm still not sure about the pies. I'm just.
What aren't you sure about, friend? What aren't you sure about?
I think I watched it in its entirety one time. What's the deal with the pies? Just recap me. Do you know about
You want to know? You really want to know?
If you say I don't want to know, then I think I do know, and that's probably why.
That's probably why you just pushed it out of your mind.
That's probably why. Friend, because that just creeped me the heck out. I see. Wait, which one is it where? Oh no, that was Alice in Wonderland. Never mind.
Accept it, friends. The pies were the meats of the men that he was murdering in that chair. And he was murdering all those men to get to the big wig man who destroyed his life.
Yeah.
And supposedly killed his wife. Who we find out, oh man, that story was so deep and wrong. All because of the lost love that he thought was dead. And turns out she's the witch person that everybody's scared of in the town. The whole time. And he dismisses her like everybody else. And old girl loves him, so she don't tell him that that's the same girl in the girl's life. And he ends up killing her. All this to fight off the people who killed your girl, and you killed her. Bruh. That was deep.
He's got a way about him. And it's always like
and I love the music in Sweeney Todd. I love
the music I do, yes, without a doubt. Because on top of that, like he hides like these love stories in like this dirt and grime
gruesome tales. Yeah.
Right? It's so weird, but I appreciate it because like honestly, if you watch his stuff, you're not going to confuse it for anybody else's. Like that is his work is a stamp. Like you know whose it is when you look at it. Like there's nobody that you can confuse his work with. Like
shit.
Not at all. What happened?
No, I forgot. I thought, did I record? And I am recording. Okay. Sorry.
You did.
Girl, no, you serious? No, for real. But if you think about it, all our little fairy tales, all the things that we've like allowed ourselves to kind of love and feel like that's, like from all the fairy tales like Disney, it's happy and lovely and light. All that stuff, when you look in the real folklore of it all, it's like, that was the real story.
Yeah. He does keep true to that. Actually, what's going on for real?
I'm thinking about like Brothers Grimm, another one of my favorite movies.
Which one?
He did it, Brothers Grimm.
I don't think I saw that one, but which one is that one?
It's the two brothers who wrote all the stories from like Gingerbread Man, Catch Me If You Can, all those kind of stories, Hansel and Gretel. It's a dope movie. I have it. I
gotta see that one.
It's dope. Right. It's dope. It's deep.
I feel like I heard it.
It's like showing their lives and how they got all these stories. It's really dope. But again, the darkness of it is fascinating to me. Absolutely fascinating to me.
You're dark, friend. You're very dark.
Shut up.
And that's a good point that he like brings the realness, because Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, okay? So he took a regular well, not even regular degular. It was already amazing. What the one that we knew with what's his name? Wow, I forgot his name. That's disrespectful. But he made freaking Johnny Depp as
he creepy.
Very like he was off like like off like, and it was
you like Michael Jackson on crack, like you.
It was a fair depiction of somebody that has a lot of success and still isn't happy. It was like a legit. This is not just your regular degular fairy tale about a man who owns.
He might very well be a psychopath.
Yes, and he was a deeply disturbed one who talked in a really
and it was
weird
so weird. That movie.
Yes, the way he spoke.
I want the old one with those little people with the I was freaked out with all them.
Oompa Loompas, yeah.
I don't like his Oompa Loompas. I don't even talk about Charles Factor. Corpses,
but he made it different. He made it cool. Like that's the ones that my nephew and my nieces love because that's the one they know.
The colors and the graphics and stuff were just
amazing,
incredible. They really were like a different world. It's basically all done in like a what's it called, the fisheye lens. Everything looks like like all of it.
Yeah. It was cool. He made it
Corpse's Bride.
Pretty.
I like Corpse's Bride.
I like that. I like Corpse Bride better than I like The Nightmare Before Christmas, I think. And I love the songs. No. Listen, I love the songs of Christmas Before Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas, because that's like my childhood. But like the Corpse Bride was come back. But the Corpse Bride, I don't know. I like that story. I love that story. It's just a notch. Like Nightmare Before Christmas is like the introduction to like the animated Tim Burton. But Corpse Bride, I don't know. That storyline sticks with me a little bit more. Personally. Now I did my due diligence because my nephew and my nieces both watch Nightmare Before Christmas a lot. And know the songs and all of that. But I don't know. I really like Corpse Bride.
I almost don't want to talk to you no more.
You just said you like Corpse Bride. You just said
I liked it.
I knew you really liked Nightmare Before Christmas.
I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Love. That is my life. That's me and my husband's movie. We dressed up like Jack and Sarah. That is it. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? The music, the storyline, is 1,000 times better than Nightmare Before Christmas. And you don't even, it's like Harry Potter in that you don't know whether to play it in Halloween or Christmas, which are two completely opposite ends of holiday. One is freaking jolly and the other one is death and Halloween. But somehow Harry Potter and Nightmare Before Christmas are two movies that can easily represent both, and I can watch them in both seasons and be completely satisfied. Honey, and it was deep. No, shut your face. It was deep. Nightmare Before Christmas was deep. The storyline behind all that. I mean, Corpse's Bride was deep with death. It was basically Coco before Coco. It was basically the Book of Life before the Book of Life. Mm-hmm. But Nightmare Before Christmas was a dope. As a child, it helped me to recognize and understand, the meaning of Christmas, the true depth, meaning of it all. I love the trees, the artistry, the trees with the different doors, the Easter Bunny door and this door, and then the little creepy children kidnapping characters like Legends of Guardians. It's amazing.
It is, but I also was a kid that didn't celebrate Halloween one. First of all, it was a lot creepier than Corpse Bride, and I like the animation of.
It wasn't creepier than Corpse Bride. Corpse Bride was death.
You said what?
One moment.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, friend. Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay. You were saying your stupid thing you were saying to try to disprove my nightmare stupidity.
Because personally, I just feel like because I saw Nightmare Before Christmas, a long time ago too, and I bought it the anniversary thing and all that.
You said it was creepier than Corpse Bride.
Okay, when I was younger, that was creepy.
Cover the plug on the wall.
It was creepy then, like. So I feel like I know it as a creepy movie, but as I got older and I saw, Corpse Bride came out in 2005. I was already 15 by then. Whereas the other movie came out, 1993 or something like that? So, like, I was creeped out. Yeah, 93. I was creeped out when I first saw it. And I didn't already celebrate Halloween. So it was a no-no on top of it.
It was different walks of life is why you were able to take it on in that different way.
Basically. And Corpse Bride just looked really, dope to me. So
it was a dope movie, too.
I could,
I remember before it was messed up.
Huh? What'd you say?
What?
Mm-hmm.
James and the Giant Peach.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I saw that. Bruh, do you not know how many times, and I'm going to age myself, how many times I took that out of the library? I would just bring it back so I can reloan it. Like, I was just like, okay, here it is. Now scan it back. I would watch that movie so many times. I love James and the Giant Peach. And that one surprised me. But when I think about it, it looked like it was long. The aesthetics of it was like they were elongated. His face was long. His aunties, the crazy, creepy aunties, they were long and round. It was a lot about shapes and stuff. So it made sense, but I loved and still love that movie so much.
Have you got nieces and nephews yet?
I think I did. And you know what? The reason why is because it was at this library.
Okay.
It was there, and I was like, okay, y'all gonna get this work. I don't know if they fell in love with it as much, but that one I'll work on.
You know why? Because kids are so addicted to the musical ones. Like, if you introduce these kids out here to, like, all these musical movies, then they're more addicted to that because it's like hype musical songs to kind of stick in their brain. And these kids of this generation are fast. Not many of them are going to sit still long enough to just watch a film that's just story, but if it doesn't have musical things to kind of pull them back in.
Yeah.
And like we didn't have all these boom 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 technology in our face things, so we actually sit still to just watch James and the Giant Peach or all these other movies that don't have songs to them. They were just dope movies.
Yeah, seriously, and that is a dope movie. I think my two favorite parts is one when they're crawling through the peach and you could see them become a cartoon. You could see him, like James, become a cartoon as he's crawling through the peach. And then my other part is when they use the worm, as bait. Yeah. Good times. Good stuff.
Good times, friend. Yeah, wait. You said good times.
Good times. Good stuff.
Where else did he take us? We talked about 9. We talked about Frankenweenie was weird.
It was weird. And apparently it was one of his best ones. And I'm like, maybe because we had, I don't know.
We need to watch that.
I watched bits and pieces about the dog that comes back, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I guess I didn't connect to that one.
It's all right. Getting into our grown-up series. Did you know he did Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, the vampire song. No, first of all, that's crazy.
I don't know why I enjoyed that movie. It was so wrong on so many levels.
It was, but it was a cool take. It's like he takes these real things and like spins it on its head, and you're like
Inglourious Bastard. The way he had spit it on his head, like in Bastard, they actually killed old boy like Hitler. Like I remember I was watching it, like, well, we all know what's gonna happen, and it was like, boom, we did it. Like, oh, Hitler dies in this. That's great. That's going into the chest of movies that stays. But yes, I loved it. It was so funny. And in the way, like, they basically was saying how he was on his way to the theater where we know he did. Just it. They really did. Good job. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, I remember, I think we were together, like, in college. Did it come out while we were in college? Because I think we like gave it the side eye.
2012, girl, graduation.
Oh, well, I remember giving it the side eye. I think I was like, what?
I know we were all like, come on, but it actually wasn't bad.
Was Anthony Mackie in that?
Don't remember.
Am I remember that wrong?
Don't remember at all.
Because that would make it even better.
Right? Big Eyes. I don't know if you saw that, but I saw that. That was
I did.
Full-blown drama. That was good though.
That was.
That was good. It was.
And I did not know that was Tim Burton, I don't think.
Yeah, he'd be sneaking in, but it makes sense the way like the camera was awkwardly like focused and the eyes look huge. Like that's that fisheye stuff right there. And same way you talk about Willy Wonka, Alice in Wonderland. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the storyline wasn't up to snuff. Like it was a great build up to us. Just disappointing end with the stupid Jabberwocky thing. It was like, wow, you guys need some more writers in that room.
Oh no.
But the lead up to it, the graphics, the kind of like her getting big and small, like traditionally in the book, dope. I actually like the Looking Glass better than the first one because I felt like the story was a little deeper. That's when they kind of dealt with.
Which one's with Anne? Which one's with Anne? Hathaway.
Both, because she's like the good queen in both. She's like Glinda the Good Witch in both movies.
Oh, I thought she was.
So she was more so in the first one.
Okay.
Queen of Hearts and her big behind head, that was hilarious.
I love that so much. I love that they did that. Like that was, I don't know. I think that's an amazing, like, who thinks of that? Who? That's good.
I haven't seen Dumbo. Have you?
I did.
Well, how was it, friend? I feel like it came out and people didn't really much about it. Just like
no.
I mean, the preview didn't excite me.
Huh?
The preview didn't excite me.
Nor did I. And I think I don't even know why I watched it. Maybe it was on something or something, but it was I feel like with Tim Burton, I'm either extremely creeped out and intrigued or like
not at all impressed.
Not I wouldn't say impressed, just like it's an interesting story. That's about it. And that's what I think it was. It was an interesting story.
That's fair.
And it wasn't as dark and creepy, like, you know.
Right.
So I definitely think that's one somebody came to him and was like, hey, can you direct this?
Maybe that's what's be going on when he goes to, I don't know, he can just stay in his pocket. I just like to get Miss Peregrine's, what's it called? Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Now, is that the same as the Unfortunate Events one with Jim Carrey, or no? Are they two different
No, and I love that freaking movie.
Okay, cool.
That movie was great, but I don't believe he had anything to do with it. But that movie,
I don't know. Then I don't know this one. I don't know that one because I saw that.
I don't know it because I read the books and was addicted to the books, and then I saw the movie and it was a full letdown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be like that.
Sometimes it be like that, but so I can say altogether, so that's about all that we actually experienced. We didn't see Big Fish, so I won't comment on that because we haven't seen it.
No, me.
Just looking to make sure if that's it. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, did you know he did Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Yeah, Pee-wee scares me. And the only reason why Pee-wee scares me and not the film itself or the creepiness of it all, wasn't there some kind of sexual assault stuff around Pee-wee or something?
I know what got freaked out. He was caught in one of those theaters. I don't know if it was a regular theater or a sex theater.
Okay.
While the movie was playing, he pulled the stuff out. It was pleasure.
Oh. It's funny how that kind of stuff sticks with you, even though you didn't understand what was going on at the time.
So young.
Yeah. So no, I didn't see it because he creeped me out.
I understand. He creeped me out even before that happened.
Yeah.
Pee-wee is weird. Pee-wee is really, really weird.
Yeah,
So all that
it's like he's like the creepy side of, like, you know, Mr. Noodle on Sesame Street.
Hey.
No, I'm saying Mr. Noodle is happy, joyous. That's Mr. Noodle.
Innocent. And Pee-wee
is like, it's like he's trying to be like a Mr. Noodle kind of thing, like kind of just like your friendly neighbor kind of thing, but it just comes out as this peevish, very creepy.
Yeah, he's just a weird dude.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's all right.
Slick down. It's just weird.
I don't know.
I don't like it at all.
I understand. I understand. But I feel like all in all, we do love us some Tim Burton. There are some classics that we are just completely attached to, and there's some ones that's like, I came in here because of you, Tim, and I left out. Like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even wasted a sister's time. So but every director, producer has their hits and misses, but I feel like his style personally brought about so much just new perspective on things.
Yeah.
Made you see things in another light, in another way. I feel like his style, if it wasn't for his style, we wouldn't have things like Coraline, which is an amazing, that movie is so deep.
That one messed me up.
I know it did, but that movie is so deep.
It was so dark.
I love that movie. I feel like his kind of movies, I can't tell if it was before or after, but I'm pretty sure it was after. His kind of movies inspired things like Addams Family. Kind of the way that was, I know Addams Family itself, the show was way before.
Yeah.
But the films, I believe, came out after. I think his influence started already making a thing. Let me just confirm that. Yep. Oh no, actually around the same time.
You know, he was hired and fired by Disney 3 times.
Are you serious?
That is hilarious. He said, "I'm used to it. I've been hired and fired by them by 3 times." And it makes sense because he takes
Addams Family came out in 91.
Oh.
But that's fine. I do see and feel like a lot of his stuff, I'm open to more of that style because of Tim. So it was like Addams Family felt like a Tim movie. You know, all these kind of things felt like his kind of style and way of going about things. And I love it. I wouldn't be surprised if things like Monster House was inspired by like Tim Burton stuff. That's another created movie that was
I love that one.
It was excellent. It was excellent.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Those kind of things, it's like, it's not your typical happy-go-lucky. It's not your typical, you know, Disney in the wind. You know, it's like a new way. And I feel like it gets to inspire and encourage a whole new audience that's like, yes, this is.
I got the perfect. It's inspiration in the fairy tale with a little bit of grit and grime.
Yes.
Never mind. A lot of grit and grime, not a little. A lot of grit and grime. He does not hold back on the grit nor the grime.
No.
It's all in there, just dirty up, just all over, just all over.
Dirty.
Real dirty, real raw, real rap raw.
Real rap raw.
He does not hold back at all. Like, there is no light. I feel like everybody is just required to wear black.
Actually, because, you know, we can't say we walked away with some, outside of Sweeney, I feel like Sweeney Todd was the most gruesome experience that I experienced with, like, Tim Burton stuff and what I've seen.
Yeah.
This is gross. Most of it, like, somehow he finds that balance. It's not too raw, and it's not too whimsical. It's
definitely not. No.
Right in the middle. So I say initial thoughts for Tim Burton is Yellow Light for me, because it's like, what am I watching? I like it, don't like it. I have a it's like going like, this is not happy or bright or making me feel hopeful, but then you pay attention to the story and you pay attention to the way things go, and you're like, I kind of like it anyway. And then you walk out like, that was cool. So I say Yellow Light because initially that's like where I go. What's your initial thoughts in terms of
yellow because it's creepy. You be like, this is no way this is okay. There's no way this is right. This is wrong, y'all. This is just wrong. It starts all hopeful and inspirational, and then like something real happens, and you're like, oh no, this is going to take a turn. So it's definitely creepy, but I appreciate the creepiness because it's unlike anything else you ever see. It's like the fairy tale with the reality. Like he really be like, yeah, he makes chocolate, but he may have some issues. He needs some therapy. He desperately needs therapy.
I know, especially flashback with him being a child, not being allowed to eat, and him with the braces trying to get chocolate and like.
Yeah, that was creepy. But it was an explanation, so he never left us hanging. He never leaves us hanging, which I appreciate. Because I can't stand somebody leaving me not knowing why.
Doubt. Just everybody look at her reaction. Doubt.
Do not leave me wondering. Inception. I love that movie, but I'm so mad. Lost. Mad. Anything with those brothers, you know the brothers I don't like.
The brothers you don't like, oh, the Coen brothers.
I despise them and their work.
Kick all the rocks, friend. Can they kick all the rocks, friend?
All of the rocks. They can fall off no, let me not say that. Their movies can fall off all of the cliffs because that's what they do to us. They just let us fall off the cliff, not knowing what the heck is going to happen. It makes me so mad. If you bring a story to me, finish the story.
It doesn't clear guide of where we're going at all. Their movies just have you wandering in the wind. I'm sorry.
I'm so mad. If you commit yourself to making a movie and bringing it to the people, commit yourself to ending the story. You began the story. You filled out the middle of the story. End the daggone story. Don't have us 12 years later. Huh?
That's crazy because that's the rules. That's the rules to storytelling. Just at least have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Beginning, inciting event that tells us what the problem is that we need to fix.
Right.
Then you fix
climax
that problem. You fix it. They never fix it. But I digress because Tim Burton fixes it. It may be horrific.
That's a good point. He don't believe in
That's why I can deal with his creepiness because there's always a resolution.
There's like
even
always
if it's horrific
reason to it.
Yes, even if it's horrific, even if it's hard to watch, even if it's like, dang, no. But it is an ending, and I appreciate that. So, yellow light, but he always comes through for the kids, so I'm good.
Technicalities. Green light, because no matter what, the graphics, the writing, whatever, it's always
the silhouettes, the shapes, the whole world he creates. Yeah. I don't get it.
But I'm sorry. Your technicalities, friend. Again.
Oh yeah, I'll give them all of that. Like the aesthetic of it all, the shapes, the creepiness, he draws you in just alone with the aesthetics. Like his aesthetics is unlike anybody else. So, he's true to whatever story he's telling. He's committed to it, and he tells that daggone thing. He tells it. He tells it. And you can't be mad at him for telling it the way he wants to tell it.
For telling it. His story, it's clear, it's dope, it's unique. And then he has you, even if the story's wild, because his technical skill and how he tells it and his visuals are so on point, you still are just all the way in on that mug.
Jaw dropped. Yep.
Like,
jaw dropped. Like,
oh, this is cool. What's next? What's gonna happen? No. So technicalities, we both agreed that is straight green light.
Straight up. Up and down.
And then final thoughts, green freaking light, because once you get past the shock and awe, you're like,
slow cap. Yep. Sir, you did that. That you did.
Go tell. Go tell. And that is it, people. That is our Films to Fiction review of some Tim Burton and all the wonderful, beautiful things that he has just helped us experience. The new perspectives were dope. Nightmare Before Christmas is life. Just throwing it out there. Batman movies, life.
Life.
Corpse Bride, life. Okay. Mars Attack, life. I mean, he got comedy. He throws comedy in the darkest of darkest corners. James the Giant Peach, life. Come on, person who recognizes excellent books and tries to bring them to life properly. A Little Miss Peregrine's thing, there was a little bit of a miss, but I still accept him. Because
and I think it's really important as a director.
Yes.
As a director.
Hands, win. Sweeney Todd, win. And you can see he's good with telling stories with music or without. There's some that directors and producers that stick with their musicals. There's some that stick with their regular tales without the music aspect. He can dominate and get both. Like he's got it. And to think of somebody like to seem so dark, to be so like the beautiful music and lyrics and like
and the directorial skills, I'm sorry, a story can be great, but if your directorial skills are trash, I'm not getting it. That's why I believe in like if you ain't got the director, bruh, don't do it. But he got that. Wait, what are you singing?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Of course you are. Also, that monster made me think of what's his name from Ghostbusters.
Oh.
But that's neither here nor there. The sock-looking one, or whatever it was. The one with the like pointy head.
Damn. You ain't right.
But yeah, green light all around. Directorial.
Love his wife, his ex-wife. Love her. They need to be together forever. Love what they do together. Okay. Love her as an actress. Okay. That sucker is was it Beatrix from freaking Harry Potter? Woo! That girl can act. Crazy, great. Sorry, just throwing that. And he recognized it. Wish they stayed together, but he recognized it. Maybe it was too much alike. I don't know.
He's married again. He's now married again. So
does she look like she deserves him?
I don't know her.
He deserves her.
I don't recognize her. If she ain't doing what she doing, I don't recognize her.
Well. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you. So put your face back in the screen so we can do it.
Oh, he's not married. Never mind.
So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this Films to Fiction episode. We love our Tim Burton, and we will be back with a fiction review from moi, where I break down another book that I absolutely love and see if I can pull Lisa in enough to join the tribe of that book tribe. That as a Buccaneer myself. So
is it your girl? Is it your girl?
I believe it will be my girl. I did think for the movement and everything that we're going through right now with Black Lives Matter and all that great stuff, that maybe I should switch it off to African American written book, like a book written by an African American person.
I have a list.
Which is a great list, and I can do that too. But I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out because part of me likes obviously we like to be timely if we can't. Well, no, we don't really care about being timely unless it's really on our hearts. We just want to say what we want. We don't want to feel like we're forced into anything in terms of our content. However, I also like the thought of what was it? A good distraction. Just escape. Yeah, because if that's our everyday, bam, bam, bam. Maybe we need to look over here for a while and talk about something that's completely different.
Fantasy, yeah.
Yeah. And I got some African American based fantasy ones too, but I know my original plan was to stick with my girl until I was done with my girl. I think I might do that just because I like the distraction of it all. Because this life is tough and we live in it already.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to come out with next, guys, in the fiction tales. Please look out for that. It's going to be awesome. Awesome sauce. And I'm going to leave out more details because I gave a lot of details last time. There's a bit I left out, but I gave the whole shebang. And I feel like I need to leave y'all hanging just a little bit more so you really want to get into it and buy it. So I'm gonna
put some coins in her pocket.
Basically, I'm gonna tell the story without possibly telling the end in a way.
Doing a lot of squinting, friend. Doing a lot of squinting.
I know. But you know what, though? In the series, I gotta figure it out. Because the series, you know, like, you gotta tell the end to talk about the second one. You gotta talk about the third one. So maybe I'll leave you hanging, and then you gotta watch the next episode to find out what happened in that first one, to then figure out what's going on in the second book. So I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. You gonna like it, though.
All right.
You know.
All right.
So, yes. So that's where I am. So thank you all again for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. And good day. Good day to you.
Good day, sir.
Yes. And now we break. I mean, the episode's over, but we break for these horrible vocals. But it's for fun. Who cares? So you can listen to us as we ask you to subscribe, share the video. You'll see in a minute if you haven't heard it yet. Good luck. Good luck to your eardrums. But we had time doing it, so who cares?
Yeah, I believe in us. I believe in us.
That's what I'm saying. Good day. Good day.
Good day.
If I were you, I would subscribe.
Subscribe.
Click it now.
Click it now.
Subscribe to me.
Subscribe to me.
And share. Share it now. Share it to your friends. Share it now. Oh, I beseech you to subscribe and share it now.
Share it now.